Hey there guys, how's it going? OIHighRoller here once again, bringing you some more of the Orchard of Stray Sheep, and yeah, the last episode was quite tragic actually. We lost Peeler, or Av, whatever her actual name was. So yeah, we're finally figuring out exactly what is happening with a lot of the students that go to this academy, and it's not pleasant. But anyway, we're on episode 6 now. Death is certain. Death is certain, its hour is uncertain. More certa, hora incerta. Let's go ahead and go through. Oh, me, oh my. Got a black screen right now. Oh, here it goes. Since the end of the previous era, the world has been controlled by the God that is. Nobody knows what or where this God actually is. All the people who knew have disappeared. My sister's disappearance is not unrelated. The one who created this special A-class jail for criminals condemned to death that we call an academy was that same, the God that is. There are 3 basic elements to the ideal environment for overseeing criminals condemned to death. 1. Be able to maintain their physical health until the day of their execution. 2. Be able to maintain their mental stability until the day of their execution. 3. Be able to have complete control over them so that they cannot escape. The first 2 both serve to create an environment where the condemned will not die from debility or suicide. And there's a fucking gnat, like right there on my camera. You're probably going to see it go across the screen. Get off of the fucking screen, you piece of shit. Alright. Was he on my hand? Yeah, there you go, you bitch. Got you. Sorry about that. It is difficult to maintain in condemned criminals' physical and mental health. Generally speaking, the mental state of a condemned criminal is extremely unstable. Because they don't know when they will be killed, the morning guards making their rounds induce a fear that causes mental instability. And so, the God that is implemented a revolutionary measure to handling these problematic, mentally unstable, special A-class condemned criminals. This revolutionary measure was to brainwash and control them via the brain machine interface above their heads. That's that whole little halo thing. To put it in more practical terms, it makes them forget their past. It makes them believe the jail is a special academy where they pass their days until their execution. Man, that's pretty... That's fucking harsh, man. That's the reason that jail is called an academy. So they basically... They make them turn a new leaf just to fucking kill them anyway. Man. That's fucked up. If I were to give a more solid example... Ishiru, why are you spacing out? This stupid, idiotic head case of a girl would do. Ishiru, ever since Peeler graduated, you've clearly been out of it, haven't you? Well, there's no way a beautiful girl like Peeler would come near you again, is there? Fucking hair in my mouth. As with this midget who's pretending to be serious. Yes, it is quite understandable to be down. That girl was an angel. I'm sure even now she's spreading purity and love among the people outside. Oh, no. And this perverted 4 eyes with the weird walk. They're all special A-class criminals who used to be serial killers or rebels. They're all gonna die. And it tells you that. Oh my god. If you were to remove the halo-shaped brain machine interface that is regulating their mental state, they would immediately revert to uncontrollable deviance. Man. And someday all of them, just like Peeler, will be executed under the guise of graduation. Man, that fucking sucks. Alone now. What happened? Same old. You seem to be having fun up until now. Yeah, but a lot of things don't feel right. Are you okay? I might not be. After typing out that short sentence, I turned off the device and put it in my pocket. Peeler's graduation could become more of a deep-seated problem than I thought. When I heard the truth about this job from Matsuri, I underestimated it and believed it was fitting for trash like me. In the end, no matter how far I go, I'm just a half-assed human being. I'm worse than trash. A wretched existence. Hey, Ishiru, are you really okay? My vision is filled by a silver halo. Oh, no. Don't get so close so suddenly. Oh, okay, sorry. No, I'm sorry for yelling. I might be nearing my limit. I hang my head at the thought. Every time I see their smiling faces, Peeler's deranged look during her execution flashes through my mind. Liar, huh? Her resentment, her screams, her tearful voice, they still ring in my ears and dye my thoughts blue. I'm enticing these condemned girls with shallow hope and happiness. I might truly be cruel and despicable. Like Peeler said at the end, my actions might have been wrong. If it was to be a dream, not showing it to her may have made her happier, or at least kept the sadness in check. In the end, I was conceited. Just like Mr. Tsuji said. I might be able to save somebody. I actually believed that kind of fairy tale. Stray sheep. I remember the words my sister told me when I was young. I'm sure you're the kind of person who would give up anything, everything for one person. I wonder if that's true. Help me. Get me out of... I couldn't live up to the expectations of the girl who implored me. I couldn't save her. I'm sorry for being this way. Now I understand my sister's feelings so well it hurts. Oh, what if, like what his sister was talking about, what if she was one of the ones that was condemned and killed too? Oh, fuck, thinking about that now, shit. Unless she became Matsuri. Unless, she's the principal now and he just, like, completely forgot everything. I have grown accustomed to betraying the expectations I have of myself. For example, as I stand here hesitating, I'm betraying another expectation I have of myself. Shape up? That's correct. You need to behave like a teacher for the graduated Peeler's sake as well. You have sharp ears. Well, that aside, you aren't the only one who's feeling lonely now that Peeler's gone. The shy girl saying this was even closer to Peeler. I wonder how she'd react if she knew the gruesome truth of Peeler's last moments. I'm sorry. I couldn't protect Peeler. No. As long as you understand, it's important to be positive. That girl loved how you were always positive no matter what. Yeah. I still don't know how I should interact with these girls. But that definitely doesn't mean the current thoughtless approach is okay. I most likely won't be able to interact with them in a plain and simple manner like Mr. Tsuji. I don't have that kind of courage. I would definitely be crushed by the pangs of guilty conscience. In which case, I have no choice but to take a more sincere approach with them. In the end, there's a good chance I will follow the route through and end up betraying the Academy. But the best possible outcome I can imagine is a future where they are happy. They certainly may have been problem children in the past, but I can't quite understand why that means these girls who have had their personalities reset should be executed. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense either. They put that whole thing on their head just to warp their personalities to where they're not even the same people anymore. Why can't they just put them back? You know, like, leave the fucking Halo 1. You know, like, that'd be a way to, like, curve the minds and the personalities of, you know, like, criminals and shit. That's what they're doing with the Halos. Why can't they just do that? You know, instead of executing everybody. But I do also believe the whole eye for an eye thing. So if they have killed people in the past, then I believe they should be executed. But I mean, if it's like, I don't know, like a simple crime, like if they were doing like graffiti, or if they beat the shit out of somebody, if they like robbed them at like gunpoint or something. They didn't kill them, but they robbed them. I don't believe they should be executed. The girls, who they are now, are different from their past selves. It's a fact that they are condemned violent crimes, and that they are also innocent, pure students. It is possible to reconcile those two truths and find an answer I can accept. I haven't found it yet, but it's not the kind of problem I can stop worrying about. Alright. I raise my voice and put some vigor into it. I'll do what I can as a shitty human being. Whoa, Ishiru, did you solve your problem? Yeah, I realized I'm not going to solve anything by worrying right now. So I decided I'll act more like myself so as not to make you guys worry. Fucking goddamn gnats are like all over this room, dude. Well, as long as you don't overdo it and collapse, even I can support a single person like you. What's that? So you learned to say mature things while I wasn't looking? I may not look it, but I've got myself together better than you'd think. Say that when you learn to do things on your own instead of clinging to me every chance you get. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I swear, if there was a fucking gnat in my whiskey, I'd be fucking pissed. Get it all over my mustache. Fucking gross. Thanks. No problem. I have this girl. That's why I know I can't allow myself to be immobilized forever by my regrets with Peeler. Oh shit, what's gonna happen with, not Orosester, but, the other one, it's not Cassie, it's not Casserole, it's the other one. The fucking midget one. Yo, hey! It seems the two of us haven't been alone together since Peeler's graduation ceremony. But, the one that has a crush on Lang, whatever her name is. I wonder what's gonna be like whenever he finds out that she's been killed. Have you put your thoughts in order with respect to her? I haven't, but I've got an idea of what I should do from here on out. I see. You too, huh? Too? I was at Peeler's graduation ceremony too. I don't think there's anyone who wouldn't have concerns after seeing that. Even now, if I close my eyes, her last moments float through my mind. That moment is probably one that will never leave my memory of a stunted person known as Ishiru. So what conclusion did you come to? Are you thinking about how you'll interact with him from now on? I'll maintain the status quo. I see. His tone feels a little cold. Are you really okay with that? Yeah, I want to continue like this. At least with respect to my attitude towards them. You haven't changed. In the end, you're still too serious and don't think outside the box. You become bound by the rules. Lang? Sorry, don't worry about it. Sure. His words are reserved as if they carry something more. Up until now, he has never been so oblique while speaking. When I look closely, I can see he has slight bags under his eyes. Most likely because of Peeler. He seems to be brooding over something. Oh, that's right. We haven't talked about it since Peeler's graduation ceremony, but how about making our seaside field trip this Friday or Saturday? Sure, I don't mind, but why? His proposal is rather sudden. The sadness and gloom of Peeler's last moments still linger. I didn't think that we'd talk about it again while those memories were still fresh. If the two of us stay hung up on Peeler forever, don't you think it'll have an effect on the students? He words it carefully, as if picking up on my suspicion. The smile that appears on his face after he says that is hard to describe. It is crooked and one that seems self-deprecating. I can't read his true intentions, but I intuitively sense that this is serious. Say, Lang, you know you can talk to me about things, right? What's with you all of a sudden? I'm not worried about anything. That's a lie. Also haven't fallen so far as to depend on someone the same age as my little brother. Don't say such sad things. Sad, huh? He seemed surprised. It wasn't something I'd usually say, so that's to be expected. Okay, if I'm worried about something, I'll definitely talk to you about it, so relax. Really? Yes, it's just that right now I don't have a single worry, hesitation, or real problem. You really sure? Damn, you're persistent. Your concern is unfounded, Ishiru. Okay, I believe you. Good. He tussles my hair. But somehow it feels more crude than usual. Hope my feeling ends up being just that. A feeling. That's my only wish right now. That fucking teacher's lounge actually looks pretty fucking cool. Is that like a piano in the background? There's like microphones set up and it has like a fucking bar and shit. That's fucking nice. Because if something were to happen, I wouldn't be able to do anything. Man. Thin beams of sunlight filter into the library. She's alone. The girl I was looking for is sitting quietly with her face in a book. Good morning, Nora's sister. Oh, Mr. Yamada, how rare. Rare? To have just the two of us together like this. Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. Thinking back, it wouldn't be wrong to say that Peeler was always at Zoro's sister's side. Me making uncouth passes at Peeler, then Nora's sister harshly countering them. We can't be as carefree around each other anymore. I was just thinking about her. We were probably thinking about the same thing. A moment of silence passes between us as we reminisce, and our sister lets out a strained laugh. Is it tough? I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. While she's gone, I get very depressed when I'm alone in that now unpleasantly spacious room. Sorry. You have nothing to apologize for. It is no fault of yours, nor would I call her graduation a tragedy. Oh, no, they don't even know. It's so fucking bad. Oh. From the start, we are at the school so that we can graduate. We and you have no choice but to accept that. While mulling over our obligatory happiness. It's true, they're here so they can graduate. Graduate, yeah. Oh, man. That's why we have this system we call an academy. That's why we have this duty to give them happiness. Their graduation is nothing more than a punishment, a societal rule. It's not malicious or absurd slaughter. Peeler's death was certainly no tragedy. It was the appropriate conclusion, from one point of view. But I don't want to shift the blame for this sense of guilt onto something else. I don't want to just let her death pass saying it couldn't be helped. In any case, there's a giant difference in the meaning between the graduation or Zester is thinking about and the one that I know. Thanks. I respond to her good intentions with the one word. No, it's fine. I can make you feel even a little better. She says this and shrugs. If I look closely at her eyes, I can tell she's fatigued. She may not know the truth, but the one feeling the effects of Peeler's graduation the most. Rather than me cheering her up, she's the one worrying about me. In what way am I being a teacher? Don't cause any trouble. Don't worry. I was just thinking that if you're depressed, Peeler is probably at ease having graduated. I think she'd be more worried if you were falling down or depressed. I'd be happy if that were true, knowing the truth about graduation. There's no way she'd forgive me for getting close to Peeler. She wouldn't adore me as much as she did then. So, for what purpose did you come here, Mr. Yamada? I just wanted to update you on the trip we talked about. Oh? We decided to do it this Friday. What's with that dubious look? Mr. Yamada, do you know what today is? If I recall correctly, it's Wednesday. That would make the field trip the day after tomorrow. Isn't that way too sudden? I guess you're right. I breathe, a sigh of relief, knowing that really is the normal reaction. No matter how you think about it, Lang is very much rushing this. Why is he in such a rush? Well, it is what it is. I've already informed the other two. I suppose there's no helping it. What should we girls prepare? Just bring yourselves. Lang and I will take care of the rest. Understood. If there's anything else, please feel free to speak to me at any time. Thanks. That's a big help. That's all I came for. I waved goodbye and turned to leave. There's an extremely reluctant murmur. The place we're camping at is the beach where the Cape at night happens, isn't it? Yeah, but why do you ask? Isn't that just one of the 7 mysteries? She gives what seems a self-deprecating smile. After letting out a silent sigh, Aura Sisters mumbles again. It is always cloudy the day before graduation. That's one of the 7 mysteries going around in the school. It was also brought up not too long ago when the girls got together. The weather the day before Peeler's graduation ceremony wasn't what you would call cloudy. That's true. Among the mysteries that were talked about, that one is probably the closest to an outright lie. The weather has nothing to do with their graduation. But there are students who saw smoke coming from the forest. And now there's a rumor going around that maybe that was the sign someone was going to graduate. Students who graduate from the school were cremated. And customarily, they run the crematorium the day before to make sure it's working properly. It seems that some of the gossip is getting pretty close to the truth. I hope nothing happens during the field trip. It'll be fine. The mysteries are just that. Mysteries. You don't need to worry. Oh, fuck. I just thought of something. What if, like, while they're doing that camping trip, if they go out into the woods and they stumble upon that graveyard? With all the fucking halos and shit. Oh, no. That'd be so fucking bad. Ah. Shit. You're right. I look forward to it. Yeah, leave it to me. Those words are rather irresponsible. But giving these girls peace of mind as they pass their days at this school is the duty I was given. I need to shape up. Are you going to stay here, Laura's sister? Yes. I'm looking for the last book that Peeler recommended to me. I see. Well, bye. I'll see you in class. I leave her in the library behind. When I glance back at her, she seems somehow smaller than she was not long ago. Huh. Wonder what that could mean. I lay my hand on the door that leads to that white room. I'm to report on the student I'm in charge of. I know it's my job and I can't run away from it. But thanks to the Peeler incident, it takes a lot of courage for me to stand in front of that person. I take a deep breath, then gather my resolve and step inside. Excuse me. Her usual expressionless face is there to greet me. You seem in higher spirits than I have thought. My position isn't so forgiving as to allow me to stay depressed forever. Strong words. Please be sure not to overdo it and lose heart. Jeez, what a fucking heartless bitch. Even if you were to become just another tool like the other teachers, I couldn't send you back to the mainland. Yes, I understand. For someone like me who isn't an actual teacher, living up to Matsuri's expectations is literally a matter of life and death. Besides, I don't have enough heart to lose it. I've never done anything to give me any. Besides, I don't want to just abandon my connection to those girls. For our first order of business, it's probably related to my job. That frigid tone feels like she's warning me to brace myself. I have no intention of reprimanding you for the Peeler incident. Considering your personality, it was clear as day that it would turn out as such. That was part of the pre-established harmony. I never expected much from you as a teacher to begin with. Pre-established harmony? Why did you deepen your relationship with 4256? It was because I ordered you to get closer, was it not? That's true. I want you to get especially close with Peeler. Being told that was the impetus for me going to meet her when she left the dorm. That girl was a warning from me. So that you wouldn't forget your true mission. So that you wouldn't forget your life here is nothing more than a sham. Wow. But perhaps the impact of my warning was a little too strong. The smile on her lips is mechanical as always. Maybe she's intentionally provoking me to see how I react. Did you by any chance carry out her graduation in order to chastise me? You're being overly self-conscious. The graduation date of 4256 has been set beforehand. You're not the reason she graduated on that day at that time. That's a relief. In that case, there's not a thing I could have done. In short, it would be no exaggeration to say I intentionally caused that incident. Therefore, I have no intention of reprimanding you. I have no intention of discussing 4256 henceforth. And so, has there been any change in 0013 casserole since then? I can sense that she's somewhat sad about Peeler at times, but the stress isn't enough to become a problem, and she's in good health. She seems happy, the same as always. She's as innocent and naive as ever, even though I know it's because she doesn't know the truth about graduation. It's had an effect on me, Casserole's teacher. How we are dealing with Peeler's graduation is just so indifferent. I see, no change. She speaks at intervals like she's lost in thought. Has something happened? Don't worry about it, it's not important. If she seems happy, that's good. More importantly, in regards to the event, no swimsuits. There are sensors that measure things like pulse and electromyography in the students' uniforms. Wearing anything other than the designated clothes for an extended period of time is forbidden. Understood. In that case, we will proceed without going into the water and focus on the woods aspect. I will send the changes to the schedule to you later via text. That's fine, but maybe due to the time or passing aircraft. There have been extremely rare reports of the BMI system malfunctioning in that area. So as not to allow any such malfunction in the mental control systems, be sure to watch the students closely. Yes, I understand. By the way, the smoke from the crematorium used for graduation has become a topic among the students. They say the smoke from the forest is a sign of graduation. I see. That smoke has occasionally been a problem for a long time now. Rather than reconstruct the facility, it may be better to do something more radical. Thanks for the report. I will take it from here. Then I shall excuse myself. Oh, make sure you don't forget your mission. Of course. I bow internally. The gap of the closing door. Matsuri watches me even through the tiny gap until the last possible moment. Don't forget your mission. Those words stab me through the heart and linger within me. I have a feeling this here is going to be the end of the chapter, probably. Is it? Oh, wait, no. Where there's smoke, there's fire. The 7 mysteries of this school. Those rumors spreading at the school are no exception. This world is under the control of the God that is. So of course this school is too. That's the total control system made possible by the advent of the information age. But there are no systems that are bug-free. There are faults in any system. This is an absolute truth. Since the school was established, any number of mysteries have appeared and disappeared. They haven't all been baseless rumors. The bugs in the system we call this school transform into topics of interest among the students. The 7 mysteries that linger at this school today, or are the ones most difficult to deal with among all that have cropped up. They're things that can't be confirmed or prevented from reoccurring. The things that can't be changed because they are an integral part of the system. The Cape at night is one of those mysteries. That is said to occur on the shoreline near the school. The truth of the mystery is that the bug causes the halo above their head, the brain-machine interface, to malfunction. The students here are having their previous psychopathic personalities or mental instabilities suppressed by the brain-machine interface. If that system were to temporarily malfunction, it would obviously give rise to a disaster. If we get a glimpse of a possible problem occurring, we have to immediately use a system called to forcefully freeze the girls. And so, for the duration of the field trip, we had to keep an even closer watch on the girls than usual. Nonetheless, here we are. The white sandy beach and blue ocean spread as far as the eye can see, and the sky is perfectly clear. This is not a place where you'd want to think about things that might get you down. This place makes you want to forget everything and believe it'll all work out somehow. Well, just kidding. Huh? Isn't this where the Cape of Night thing takes place? Yeah, you sure know your stuff. A lot of ghost stories happen around here. You better watch out, Casserole. Was that a threat? Made up mysteries don't scare me. It's pretty refreshing when you start shaking from just that. Oh yeah, Mincer, that's your fucking name. Mincer, who is usually always by Casserole's side, is hiding in her shadow and not coming out today. Thinking about it, we haven't spoken since we met up and exchanged greetings. She's acting kind of weird. You're awfully unenthusiastic today. Are you okay? Oh, Ishiru, thanks. I'm fine. Thanks? And you say that makes me think you're not okay. She's the kind of girl to be this meekly grateful. I wouldn't be surprised if the weather did a 180 and started hailing. Ishiru is a glutton, so he won't be satisfied until you hit him once or twice a day. Idiot. Even if I am some perverted masochist, at least let me pick my own tormentors. I derive no pleasure from getting hurt by this skinny midget. It's a dry, discomforting laugh. Usually she'd have more energy in retort. You're pretty passive today. You're so annoying, I'm just not that upbeat today. Why, is it that time of the... Oh my god. No, it's not. Hers was last week. Why would you give that fucking information? It's like her mind is somewhere in the future. So anything said goes in one ear and out the other. She really is out of sorts for some reason today. If her physical health were the issue, I should probably talk to Lang, her teacher. But her problem probably isn't physical. In which case, what is it? Come with me for a second. Whoa! I grab Cassie by the shoulder and take her into the shade a little bit away. Her roommate should be her best friend. She might know something. Hey, Cassie, don't you think that midget is acting a little weird today? She's been like that for a couple of days, like she's lost in thought. Usually, if there's something on her mind, she comes to talk to me, but this time... She's been completely silent this time. Even if I ask, she won't tell me anything. I'm worried about her, too. Do you have any idea what it might be? A couple of days ago, Mr. Lang summoned her and she didn't come back for a few hours. She's been acting weird ever since. Oh my god. I bet they fucked. The reason she's acting weird is Lang. I think back to a couple of days ago when he said those strange things. That was when he proposed we do the field trip today. What is he thinking? I've got a bad feeling about this. Some make an irresponsible wish for nothing to happen. Just then, I hear the pitter-patter of someone trotting over to us. Oh, sorry I'm late. Good morning. It's rare for you to be out so late. For you to be late, or a sister. Lately I haven't been sleeping well. She must have been running pretty hard to get here. She's breathing really heavily and seems to be in a lot of pain. Her hair is wet and sweat is dripping at her feet. Oh yeah, I need to apologize to Mr. Lang. She seems to feel bad about being late. Not even stopping to take a breath, she starts looking around for Lang. Move a bit to the side. Eh? I grab the girl kneeling in the sun and pull her a few steps into the shade. It should be cooler here, relatively. I'll tell Mr. Lang and Mincer that you've arrived. Stay here until you calm down, and don't do anything unreasonable. I'm not being unreasonable. Her words are firm, but the bags under her eyes and general look of fatigue speak volumes about her unreasonableness. She's looking more and more haggard by the day. Whatever, just wait here quietly and let Casserole look after you. Yeah, I'm gonna take real good care. Hey, don't cling to me. I've got you now. Stop, let me go, quit it. I'm sticky with sweat. Mr. Yamada, don't leave me here. See ya. I give her a special smile. And casually walk away. This is nice, isn't it? Ah, stop it! The screams of pleasure I hear behind me make me feel just a little better. It seems that when confronted with Casserole's simplicity, the straight-laced Auricester loses her composure. It'd be nice if by hanging out with such an idiot, she can forget the bad things, even if a little. If even a little. En route to the place I'm supposed to meet Lang and Mincer, I spot someone familiar in the suit near the beach. It's Lang. Hey, Lang, Auricester is... When I look closely next to him, or rather in his arms, is Mincer. Ishru, what's up? Auricester has arrived. She and Casserole are in the field when we were putting up the tents. I've walked in on a rather awkward situation. I have no idea how I should react, so my mind goes blank. Mincer gives a curious little snort, separates from Lang, and without meeting my gaze, disappears into the direction of the other two girls. Lang lets out a sigh as Mincer walks away, irritated. I'm sorry, I didn't know you had that kind of relationship. Our relationship isn't especially complicated. I was just gently holding her, trying to help her calm down. I see, it was just a hug. I was just jumping to conclusions. Oh, you didn't see us kissing? Kissing? My mouth hangs open. I most certainly look like an idiot right now. You're not in middle school, don't be so surprised. It's not a big deal, it's a form of communication. Like a handshake. Totally. I'm dumbfounded. Your perspective of virtue is way off, Lang. But is Mincer okay with that? She's a serious girl at her core. The fuck was that? Is that just fucking... I think it was a bead of sweat or something, I don't fucking know. If he's doing these kinds of things, even though they're not going out, she's definitely going to be upset. This is just a rule of thumb. But when it comes to being attacked, most girls conveniently choose to interpret it in a way they aren't the poor victim. Wow. How do I put this? Your warped nature horrifies me. Relax, it's only warped in regards to women. I cherish my friends. You better not come anywhere near Casserole. Don't be so cruel. You wound me. I'm sad now. Shut up. I hate people who are loose when it comes to sex. Well, aren't you pure? You'll understand once you've gotten some experience. He smiles wryly and hits me on the head as usual. Damn it. It's fine, so calm down. Come on, let's go to where Laura's sister and the rest are. Yeah, that's what the situation was. I knew it. They fucking... He pushes me on the back and I reluctantly start walking. Well, I guess it's fine. I sigh. Why did I come to like such an outrageous guy? As a friend, of course. But there are some things I can't overlook precisely because he's my friend. By the way, why were you trying to calm Mincer down? Eh? Weren't you hugging and kissing her to calm her down? If so, why exactly did you need to calm her down? Why wasn't she calm to begin with? He apparently wasn't expecting that question. A look of irritation flashes across his face for a second. You're relentless. What was that? Just talking to myself, don't worry about it. She's worried because Peeler graduated suddenly. And she could be next. Is that it? That's all there is to it. You've been really suspicious of me recently. If that were the case, it would be unusual that Mincer won't talk to Casserole about it. That's a concern that you'd expect any student in the school to have. It's not the kind of thing you'd feel the need to hide from your best friend and roommate. However, it'd be pointless to keep up this back and forth. He's developed a habit of evading my questions, which means I'm at a disadvantage. Fine. Geez, Mincer is more timid than I thought. Well, I guess that fits her appearance. If times hadn't changed, she'd be slapped with sexual harassment suit. He goes back to a flippant tone and joke cracking. To some extent, I have no choice but to let him make fun of me and figure out what he's up to, even if I have to force it out of him. The only problem is, do I have enough time to figure it out? I hope that whatever is on his mind, and by extension, whatever it is he's trying to do, is something serious. Isn't something serious. I'm in the woods near the beach. I'm relaxing in a hammock I made from the things on hand. The light spills between the leaves of the trees as I watch the waves of the blue sea gracefully undulate. It really is summer. I'm with Casserole. Lang is with Mincer. Laura's sister is wandering around by herself. After we met up and made camp, we lost all sense of cohesion and went off to do our own things. What's wrong with Cassie? What's wrong, Cassie? You look down. We can't wear swimsuits. We can't play with fireworks. Just how are we supposed to have fun? Jeez. This is nothing like you would have originally said it to be. We can cook around the campfire and just laze around. That's the same as always. I guess. You guess? You're so non-committal. Weren't you looking forward to seeing me in the swimsuit? Don't ignore me by laughing. I have a nice body, don't I? My throat's dry. Could you hand me that water bottle? You're totally ignoring me. By the way, where did Lang and Mincer go? I don't know. Why don't you go look for them in the forest? Why the forest? Because both Mr. Lang and Mincer were wearing hiking boots. They weren't the normal, completely out-of-the-place dress shoes you're wearing. So that's it. I see they were wearing boots. They were prepared for a lot of walking. They probably think I'm a fool for coming in my normal clothes. They're going to do that, right? Elope. Elope, huh? I shrug my shoulders. This is a solitary island cut off from the world. Even if they were to escape monitoring and get out to the ocean, they'd be caught in the ocean current before reaching any land. It's pretty much impossible. But you can see the mainland over there, can't you? In the direction she's pointing, a mountain ridge covered in mist is visible. A peninsula? Well, if they managed to make it there, they certainly would have a chance. But they'd just drown on the way there. She responds in a non-committal way. Cassie, you aren't thinking. You'd like to leave this place. Are you? Why would I? I'm satisfied here at school. This place has everything I like and I want. No way I'd want to leave. Your satisfaction is most important. This is your duty, isn't it? Probably due to her optimistic personality. Casserole is more suited to life here than the other students. It's healthful and saves me from having to take extreme measures. And you, Ishiru, are you exhausted? Sad? Were you thinking you wanted to escape from here? Casserole is serious as she stares me in the eyes. Maybe it's better because I've been down for a while since the peeler incident. She might be worried about me. As long as you're here, I won't. I can feel the love. That's right, it's love. If you don't deny it's really embarrassing. Be embarrassed, go ahead. I feel like you're just playing with me. How annoying. There. She clenches her fists and makes her anger clear. I stroke her hair gently, being careful to avoid touching the halo. I'm going to go check on Zester for a bit. You be a good girl and wait here. You're leaving me to go ogle some other girl? Ogling is not what I'll be doing. What's with the way you said that? You're just being neurotic. I'm really just going to go check on her. I'll be right back. You're smiling. I'm kidding, just kidding. See ya. I'll be back soon. Okay, I understand. Bye-bye. Probably as a result of the intense heat, she sees me off with a lazy wave as I head toward the cape where Aura's sister should be. Aura's sister has clearly been out of sorts since Peeler left. I'm genuinely worried about her. It may be normal to be depressed when your roommate suddenly disappears, but at this school, where happiness is a duty, it's treated as a abnormality. There are controls in place that keep their emotions from fluctuating too far from the norm. When they show such emotion despite the controls, the situation is even more dangerous than it appears. I hope it's nothing. Oh. God, this chapter's gonna be fucking long as shit. After walking for a few minutes, I spot her where she said she'd be. She's staring at the distant horizon. The only movement I see is her hair leisurely blowing in the sea breeze. Oh, Mr. Yamada. Noticing my footsteps, she quietly turns to look at me. Sorry for interrupting you while you were thinking. Don't concern yourself over it. More importantly, what's the matter? Nothing. I was just a little worried about you. Thank you very much. Sorry for causing you trouble. She gives me a strange smile and hangs her head. Her behavior is awfully docile. Is Peeler the cause of your melancholy? Is this melancholy? It feels like the air is thin and there's a white haze at the edge of my vision. It's as if the density of the world around me has suddenly dropped considerably. Her tone of voice is hollow and her eyes are somewhat muddled. There's a dangerous possibility that this may be a textbook case of depression. In this isolated place, the student's social circle is horribly limited. As a result, there are a lot of dependent relationships. The sense of loss that Aura's sister feels now that the person she was so dependent on is gone is probably unfathomable. Have you talked to Mr. Tsuji about it? No, but he said some things to me. Like if it ever becomes unbearably painful, tell me. It's obvious that at this rate there's going to be a problem with Aura's sister. I could easily deal with it if I used a brain interface machine. Stop seeing them as humans. I remember that Mr. Tsuji said to me on that day of Peeler's graduation. Perhaps Mr. Tsuji will be machine-like in his interactions with them to the very end. But there's no way I can come around to that way of doing things. I understand that I can't see her again until I graduate, but I'm wishing I could see her again immediately, or that I could graduate tomorrow, that I could go see her again. I want to see her, even if it's just once. Oh, no you don't. I want to see her smile and hear her voice just one more time. I really can't see Peeler again, can I, Mr. Yamada? Sorry, but I don't think that'll be possible. Aura's sister doesn't know the truth about Peeler. She doesn't realize that even if she graduates, her wish to see her will never come true. She doesn't know that her end was devoid of all happiness. I'm just a normal human. I'm nothing more than an errand boy. There's no way I can make her wish come true. Sorry for telling you all this. I'm fine. I understand that I can't meet her anymore. But... The words on the tip of her tongue are lost to the silence. Even if she understands that she can't see her again, it's a difficult reality to accept. It's always that way when you part with someone important to you. Until one day, among all the others, you're finally able to forget that person. Mr. Yamada, can I ask you a favor? Sure. Name it. If there's anything I can do. Could you let me be alone a while longer? But... It's fine. Don't worry yourself over me. Oh, shit. Emergency. Her eyes go blank and an alert appears above her BMI. I've heard stories of the girl's mental condition exceeding the safety limits, but System Ascents protocol has administered tranquilizers. Return to standby mode. Yes, please. Voice print confirmed. Returning to standby mode in 5 seconds. Oh, I'm sorry. I lost consciousness for a second. It was probably just dizziness. I'm fine. I'm going back. You should enjoy the sea breeze for a while. Oh, okay. Thank you. I turn to leave. It seems there really is a limit of what I can do. I feel horribly sad about how helpless I am. God, that's gotta fucking suck, man. Shit. The sound of the firewood crackling is ascended by the sounds of the waves and the wind. I can also vaguely hear the voices of the girls talking around the fire in the distance. I'm sitting on the beach by myself. Just like when I used to meet Peeler alone at night. I stare at the distant horizon. Pilo and Oricester, the potential graduations of Casserole and Mincer. It all makes me painfully aware of my own helplessness. There are too many things in the world that I can do nothing about. I hear footsteps. Lang? What's wrong? You seem like you're here in body but not in spirit. Did you see Oricester? Yeah. At this rate, she probably won't be able to avoid adjustment. Adjustment? That is the term used to describe the forceful stabilization of Oricester's mental condition. That's the school rule. But maybe there's another way. Did Mr. Suji say that? No, just my take. I wonder if there's anything we could do for her. There's not. It's not like this kind of thing hasn't happened in the past. It's not even all that rare. So there's nothing we can do for her? That's wrong. Or maybe regardless of whether or not I think this path is unacceptable. There are too many things in this world I can do nothing about. An individual can't go against society. Ishiru, you misunderstand. Huh? At this rate, Oricester isn't the only person you won't be able to help. You mean graduation? No, I'm talking about adjustment. What do you mean? I mean Oricester isn't the only one who will receive adjustment. Are you familiar with the school mystery of the girl who no one can remember? Yeah? I remember hearing it from the girls in the lounge at some point. It was something about a girl who no one could remember coming back. This time all memories related to Peeler will be erased during adjustment. For the sake of consistency, Oricester will not be the only one. How do you know that? I looked into past cases, there's no doubt about it. This area? He taps his head with his fingers. Will be tampered with and their body heavily modified. Inhumanely so. I can't stand this anymore. Regardless of the past, the girls as they are now have committed no sin. I don't think I can overlook these bullshit executions we call graduations either. Hey. It's fine. There aren't any listening devices here, and we're not near the students either. As long as you don't tell anyone, there's no need to fear this conversation. This is the perfect opportunity, so I'd like to talk to you about something. Is that okay? Perfect opportunity? So this wasn't part of the plan? Did you push up the field trip so that we can have this conversation? I'm just taking advantage of this opportunity. For the field trip. I had other reasons. Had? He said that in the past tense. I recall Mincer's strange behavior from this morning. It seems like the two of them did something alarming during the day. Oh. Are you okay with that? You're asking again? Well, aren't you thinking you'd like to do something about it? Lang, you don't understand. You're the one who doesn't understand. This isn't something that we can fix by biding our time. I wonder what it is he sees as the problem. The adjustments? The graduations? The students? Or maybe it runs even deeper. Either way, it's not something we can do anything about. No, you don't understand. You are hopelessly ignorant about Matsuri and me. You don't understand anything. No, the one who doesn't understand you is you. You definitely think this is wrong. You definitely regret what happened to Peeler. Of course. How could I not? If there's something I can do, I want to help Casserole and the others. That's what you're thinking, isn't it? Am I right? I'm right, aren't I? I told you, you don't understand anything. Life is a sea of regret. Regret is something you get used to. I have a habit of resigning myself to such things, so what other reaction could I have? Unfortunate. What are you trying to say by calling me unfortunate? Do you intend to do something unfortunate to me? No, I don't. I just wanted to confirm your take on the matter. Do you think I'll leave it at just that? You will, in front of the others at least. What makes you think that? Because I believe that you are my friend. Idiot. I won't get in your way, nor will I rat you out. But I also won't help you. You put far too much trust in me, Lang. You don't understand me. I've become accustomed to betraying people. I don't want to betray you. So please, don't do anything that will require me to make any tough decisions. Even if I don't want to betray you, if I'm given no other choice, I will. Huh, I see. Lang, this is no laughing matter. You don't understand. Yeah, I get it. He ruffles my hair with a firm palm as usual. Ishiru! A voice calling for me comes from far away. It seems the princess is calling for you. Go on. Yeah, are you not coming? I'm going to laze around here some more. I'd like it if you went to bed first. I see. I stand up and brush the sand off my pants. Well, see you tomorrow. He's silent for a moment. Yeah, see you tomorrow. This fake smile is terribly hollow. Oh, shit. I bet something bad's going to happen. His attitude is more than enough to tell me something is going to happen. Somewhere deep down, I knew this day would come. I'm not especially surprised. I turn to leave and take just a few steps forward. Then instead of letting out an exasperated sigh, I whisper, "Be careful." Thanks. Oh yeah, Ishiru, after tomorrow, be careful of the fruit of knowledge. Fruit of knowledge? That's the term from Genesis in the Old Testament, the fruit of the forbidden tree that grew in the center of the Garden of Eden. The fruit that would grant you knowledge of good and evil and allow you to be as the gods. Tempted by the serpent, the humans ate the fruit and were expelled from the garden. After tomorrow, there may be an issue with the students. And it may affect Casserole. Be careful. What do you mean? Who knows? Think of it as advice from the serpent. Beyond that, it would be better if neither of us says or knows anything. See ya. Yeah, see ya. Oh shit, I wonder what the hell's going to happen now. The next morning I woke up to a summons from Matsuri. And sure enough, Lang and Mincer were nowhere to be seen. Like the cocking of a gun, Peeler's graduation seems to have blown away our fun school life. Things are changing, except for me, who has been left behind. It doesn't seem like the world will return to how it was. Oh no. This is getting bad, guys. Holy shit. Yeah, let's go ahead and save this. And holy fuck. This is getting interesting. It's like, oh man. Like, God. This is probably one of the best visual novels that I've read in a long time. Considering that I've been reading mostly like fucking Sakura novels. You know, those tend to be a little bit kind of crazy. You know, all about the tits and the whatnot. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video for you guys here today. And if you enjoyed it, remember, hit that like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. That way it lets me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. Leave a comment in the comment section down below because I enjoy reading your guys' feedback. And if you haven't already, or if you're brand new, hit that subscribe button because every little bit helps. It's just a click away. It's completely free and you get notified whenever I have a new video available. Especially if you hit that little bell down there. It makes it to where you actually get email notifications whenever I upload a new video. So, with that being said, till the next time, please stay tuned. And peace out, you guys.